Yo.
Okay, so I'll do a quick introduction and then I will leave some time in case you want to ask any questions about the exercise or the site. So the site we are using for exercise 9 is the Torrey Pines Glider Port in La Jolla, California. This is a temperate climate, as is normal to this area, with dry and warm summers and winters that are cool, but the temperatures don't drop below freezing. In the summer, cool breezes are from the east, and in the winter, the cool winds are from the north. The site is known for its excellent views. It is right against a cliff, hence why the glider port is here, that drops off at about a 45-degree angle towards the ocean. And the original topography of our site looks like this, and it is this dashed white line around the site. Okay, and then exercise 9, we are tasked with creating a refuge for us to go to during a quarantine. And for us to stay there, our main focus is to create a studio space and extend our living and studio space into the exterior and into the site. If you have any questions before I move on to my presentation. No? Okay. So my presentation, my project is called An Open Hug. This refuge is the physical embodiment of a hug, and it's not meant to be a closed one. It's supposed to be experienced through the building and through the site and through the movement of the building itself as the building opens to the exterior sky and encloses different parts of the site. This is also mimicked through the rest of the site through the strategic placement of trees, primarily cypress, as well as Torrey pines. And these are placed in Torrey Pines walks and the fireplace patio, as well as along the entire perimeter of the site as well. So I'd like to start off with some pictures of the model. This model is in quarter scale, so the section of the site is smaller. Here in the back, there are the leyland cypress that block the entrance so that the view comes through the carport and then over the house out and across the cliff. Here on the refuge, starting from the top, you can see the roof and the two walls extended backwards, covering the back patio. And this opens the interior, the loft and the studio to the outside, as well as the kitchen and the bathroom, which make an exterior connection across the side. And the front wall becomes an exterior patio that cantilevers over the cliff. The next picture shows the view that has been enhanced to show the ocean in the background. And then this shows the aforementioned connection through the outside across all the way through the house. And then here shows a closed view. And those last images are of the site with the building opened again, as well as partially opened with the walls moved over the refuge enclosure and just the front wall cantilevering over the edge of the site. So next are diagrams that can better explain this concept. So when the site is closed, when the refuge is closed, the exterior patio does not exist cantilevering, so it is an unexpanded space, as well as the pieces that connect to the kitchen and to the bathrooms that move through. The interior space is fully closed, and the exterior patio space in the back is uncovered. When the building is fully opened, there is an exterior patio space that is created from the front wall folding down, and the exterior patio space becomes covered, and the interior space becomes open to the sky, with the kitchen and the bathroom connecting to the outside. Over here, this explains how the interior is now extended into the exterior, with the floor extending outwards, connecting to the horizon line outside of the building, and the roof and the two walls enclosing the back, covering a view, pushing the view out and towards the back of the site. Another very important part of the refuge is the materials. The primary and most important material is the use of translucent concrete. This concrete can transmit between 2 and 5% of the light that is incident on its surface, which means the interior of the building on a very sunny day in the summer could be as bright as an overcast day, which allows for light inside of the building without the use of windows. Then there is bronze for fixtures and railing, as well as cork for the pinup wall. There's tatami mat for the loft, wood for the floor and the bookshelves, the fine gravel for the hammerhead outside the back, and grasscrete for the driveway. The guiding idea behind this, as stated in the statement of intent, is the hug, which you can see here in the plan as it's hugging the studio space from the to cook and to clean areas as seen in the zoning, as well as the to relax and to sleep in the loft. Next is the topography. Here we can see the refuge building partially opened with the exterior patio space, the building itself. Here is the hammerhead with the fine gravel, the grasscrete through to the drive port. Over to the right, we see connected through the pathway that opens up when the building is moved back. There is the fireplace area surrounded by Torrey pines, and up here is the Torrey pine walk surrounded by a leyland cypress, which creates a nice atmosphere with light filtered through the tree leaves. Here's a longitudinal section that shows how the carport is originally the profile of the building, but is extended downward to meet the site, with the topography lines moving through the entire building itself. Over here we can see where the roof and two walls can expand backwards to, and where the front wall moves up into the building. Next, here is a plan. Notice that the red dashed lines indicate that the loft goes above this area. Here is the to clean area, which is the bathroom and the shower. And over here is the kitchen area with an embedded shelf into the wall, similarly mirrored as an embedded shelf into the loft as well, into the concrete. Over here, these stairs are also bookshelves that frame the interior space that remain in place when the rest of the concrete walls move back. All of the furniture inside, as well as this front wall here, can fold into the walls or into the bookshelves to allow for more space or more flexible area on the outside. This wall also includes bar stools that fold out. And over here on the patio area, there is a railing that is on a scissor scheme so that it can fold down flush with the wall. So when it folds up, it is not interjecting on the interior space. Next is a perspective section that helps illustrate with human scale figures just how big the space is. Here is at the 7-foot line because he is a foot above the ground. In the interior, you can see the fold-out bar stools, as well as the kitchen wall that folds up and becomes a pinup wall, just like the bathroom pinup wall over here. Here is a perspective that looks from the outside that can show the hammerhead on the front of it, where the car can turn around and drive back up the driveway, as well as a human scale figure to show the size of the door and the exterior walls of the building, extending up to 12 feet high, and then a 20 by 20 foot base. And finally is an interior perspective that can show more materiality of the building, with the translucent concrete in the blue and the gray of the background, as well as the wood for the floor and the shelvings, and this more warm beige tone for the cork wall here and here for the kitchen and the bathroom. Thank you very much.